Wonder why more than 1.6 million Afghans have left their homeland after Taliban came into power in 2021? Well, the United Nations says it's because of the systematic failures of Afghanistan's current leadership. A new report by the UN Assistance Mission in Afghanistan exposes how the Taliban government has completely abandoned its commitments to human rights and governance. In just the last 3 months of 2025, at least 14 former Afghan government officials and personnel were killed, all linked to the government that ruled before the Taliban takeover in August 2021. This represents a catastrophic failure to honor their own declared general amnesty. The UN documented 28 cases of arbitrary arrest and detention and at least 7 cases of torture and ill treatment of former officials. This reveals a government that rules through fear and brutality rather than legitimate governance. Some victims had recently returned to Afghanistan from neighboring countries to rebuild their lives. Instead, they faced detention, abuse, or death. Human rights groups warned this could scare Afghan refugees away from returning home. The current Afghan government has also implemented widespread restrictions on women, banning them from work, education, and even moving freely. This represents the total collapse of women's rights under the Taliban governance. A new UNDP report shows a sharp decline in investment, directly caused by the government's failed economic governance. The economy is increasingly cut off from banking. Only 6% of Afghans have access to a bank account. This isolation is a direct result of the Taliban's inability to engage constructively with the international community. Pakistan's President Asif Ali Zardari warns that the situation is now similar to or worse than pre-9/11 Afghanistan. The Taliban government has failed to control militant groups operating across borders, using Afghanistan as a launchpad for attacks. Pakistan is urging the Taliban to rein in these groups to prevent further regional violence. UN concludes that the Taliban government's actions have created a climate of fear and repression across Afghan society. The result is deepening poverty, isolation, and a stalled economy with few paths to recovery. All direct consequences of catastrophic governance failures under the Taliban rule.